The Forgotten Plague, a documentary about the most deadly disease. By the dawn of the 19th century, it had killed 1 in 7 people who had ever lived. Fun!
Tell me the bedtime story. The bedtime story about the plague that killed 1 in almost everybody at a time, and then there was like nobody on the earth. That's my favorite bedtime story.
My favorite is when you do the Jewish child routine.
I'm so very tired. Oh, my bones ache from playing all day with my dreidels. Just kidding, I wasn't asleep. But I am about to watch a documentary. It's a documentary about a person who only took a shit once a day and urinated twice a day. And he died. And the doctors do an autopsy and they figure out, oh, we're all going to die because we either shit too much or too little. And that's how the documentary ends.
I heard about that. And what I've done is I've trained my penis to become essentially a bird-like cloaca. So I pee and poop from the same hole continuously. So, problem solved.
That joke's a lot funnier when you can hear it. I was acting like I was typing, saying, hang on, I'm on the new X platform that used to be Twitter. I'm typing cloaca penis, live forever, hashtag Elon Musk, hashtag billionaire hacks, hashtag live forever. And you couldn't hear any of it.
You should add hashtag bidet life, hashtag incontinence life, hashtag cloaca life.
You never owned Stratego, right? You had a World War II bombing machine. I remember that. It was like this little radio platform, but I don't think you had Stratego, the game of games.
I never had Stratego. I have played Candyland, which is somewhat similar to Stratego in that there are pieces on a cardboard board. The World War II game you refer to was called Shoots Away.
Shoots Away is so much fun your kids may never stop playing it. Shoots Away! Shoots Away!
Good!
Shoots Away!
So Shoots Away, that game looks so fucking boring right now. Anyways, in that commercial, I would say maybe he could drop a bomb on some of those collars of his. Jeez, oh man, they're invading the Poland of his pants.
Imagine playing Shoots Away for hours and hours. Our lives back then, no joke, were like Little House on the Prairie compared to what they do now. I mean, you could go anywhere, your parents didn't care. Stereos were way better, music was better. Now he just is like, I'd be so bored, I would just die.
Yeah, one of the things that I think about often is that I used to walk over to your place a lot. And I'm like, oh my God, I got to ride my bike home, or I got to walk up and down Dellfield alone. There's hours of my life just walking up and down hills that are gone. Like I have no memory of it, of course, because it's just like, it's a passage of time. And now kids are like getting memes like a fire hose. The worst, the most boring day of all time today is probably the 4th of July. Like the best 4th of July we ever had.
I don't know. The only thing that I think was better is that our parents left us alone. I would leave the house at 9 in the morning and my parents had no idea where I was until like 6 p.m.
One of the things I always remember is that we were friends. Do you remember that kid named Tim Smith that used to live down the street from me? I dated one of the girls from Oasis, and we went on a date and we sat on the bank of a train track, throwing stones in the water for 2 hours while she talked to me about her ex-boyfriend. And I'm like, if that happened today, I would have bitten my own head off. I can't imagine sitting for 2 hours just throwing rocks, but that was a date.
Well, I don't know if it's the same for you as for me, but like the difference between me at, 17 or whatever and 53 is that I don't care about or like anybody. Like, I just do not, I will not, I just am so, like, I haven't got like a romantic bone in my body. I'm just so tired.
But you still loves me, right? You still loves me out of all the peoples in the world.
Yes, don't worry. Coming from this goyim, you are still my favorite little Jewish boy in the world.
Thank you. That means a ton to me. You're so sweet.